It's time for another episode of The Joshcast. La 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 Joshcast. La 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 Joshcast. Today's theme was written by classical composer Marco Latoni, who's joining us here. Thank you, Marco, for stopping by, and thanks for the lovely opening theme. I said thanks for stopping by, and thank you for the opening theme, Marco. Marco. So Marco's just kind of staring at me right now, with an intensity, with an Edward James Olmos intensity, just so you can understand what I'm going through at the moment. Marco, how did you come about this theme, Marco? Marco, is everything okay? Is there anything, Marco, that you would like to say about anything? The world is a rose trapped in a fart. The world is a rose trapped in a fart. Okay, thank you very much, Marco, for dropping by. Great theme, and we wish you the best of luck on the rest of your life. You can go now, Marco. You can go, Marco. You're creeping me out. I think you should leave. If you don't leave, I'm going to call the police. If you don't leave, Marco, I'm going to call the police. Do I? All right, I'm calling the police. Listen. I'm trying to record this podcast, and I have a guest who's just creeping me out, and I've asked him to leave, and he won't leave. Can you please send someone over? Thank you. I don't know why. Did I do something to piss you off? Hey, that's the police. What seems to be the problem there? You're I take it you're the police. Oh, what else would I be? Right. Well, this gentleman here, I invited him to be on my podcast, and he's not leaving, and he's just kind of staring at me. Hey, you! Oi! Get off then! Let's go! Off you go! Off you rocker then! Let's go! Off to the tubbins with you! See what I mean? He's not reacting. Hey! I said go! All right. If you don't leave right now, I'm going to grab you by the bollocks and throw you in the wagon. All right? No problem, governor. We'll have him locked up like right that. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm really sorry that everyone had to hear that. I really am. I don't know what I just don't know what that was about. That's just weird. Weirdness. All right, but anyway, where was I? That's going to creep me out now. I have to lock my doors. Well, I'm still worried about my bladder. It seems to be getting worse again. And it's a situation where I have to pee more frequently and getting harder to hold it in, I guess. And I don't know. The doctor doesn't seem to know what it is exactly. So I find I'm just scared about it. I'm scared about it. That's the wrong wrong grammar there. I'm afraid. There we go. Of what this might mean. And then I wonder if all my years of eating unhealthy has contributed to this, or if it was just a flaw in my system that was always there. So I'm, just it could be a flaw in my system. That, I don't know, maybe there's a recessive bladder gene, I'm not sure. From a great ancestor of some kind. Irving, I must talk to you. I must talk to you, Irving. I have problem with bladder. I pee all the time. Oh, you pee all the time. That is the way of things. We are Jews in Russia in the mid-1850s, and you pee all the time. It's a good day. Yes, but it's very worrying. It's very troubling to me. I don't know I don't know if it means that something worse is going to happen. I'm very concerned. Well, would you like to go and see doctor? I would not. 1850s Russia. Not so happy with doctors. He'll just say I should cut everything out. Yes, well, if only we lived in time of advanced medicine and universal health care. Or at least we live in the time of somewhat advanced medicine and health care that is barely affordable, if not affordable at all. Those would be the days. But alas, here in Russia in the 1850s, that is not the case. Well, I have no choice. I must continue to live my life with this condition of some kind. And I shall go forth and continue selling hovel-related equipment. How is the hovel business going? Oh, quite good. No one can afford anything more. I'm great at hovel building. I've built 50 hovels last year. And only 48 of them were destroyed in the pogrom. Ah, well, it is a good year for Russia then. Very good year, yes. So that's my concern there. Man, it is back to being overcast again, which is great, except that my depression is a bit roused by this. Here's the question. Was I always this depressed? Was I happier before? Was there a time in my life when I was not depressed? I think it's interesting I keep coming back to sugar, but when I was kindergarten, first grade, second grade, the biggest thing for me was, am I getting M&Ms? This is very similar to something Seinfeld talks about. Like, the candy was all that mattered. And those were the days. Those really were the days when it was just about the Skittles. And now it's about so much more. And yet, that so much more that I speak of is really nothing when you think about the greater cosmic scheme of things. Have you considered the greater cosmic scheme of things, Dr. Andovar? Yes, I have. I have. And in all the cosmic musings, I've come to one conclusion. I just want to eat Skittles. Ah, yes, the ancient treat eaten by humans back when they lived on Earth. Have you traced your lineage, Andovar? Yes, and it turns out I had a great ancestor, two, in fact, who had the same bladder condition that I have. But they lived in the days before, when medical technology was primitive. But now, I have an artificial bladder. My ears are burning. Yes, an artificial bladder that can talk. You have 1/2 hour before you need to pee. Thank you. I'm not sure why they gave me a talking bladder. It's really not necessary. How did you feel about that movie last night? We've discussed this bladder. I really don't want to talk to you. You've hurt my feelings. Maybe you need to pee right now. Okay, all right. Yes, the movie was good. It was good. It was a period piece about Russian hovel building. It was quite good. Great acting. What are we going to do tomorrow, Andovar? Well, what are you feeling? I think we should go windsurfing. I've never done that before. My bladder is designed to withstand hurricane gale force winds. Yes, but the rest of my body isn't. No problem. We will replace the rest of your body with artificial parts, and then I won't be alone. All right. Well, that got creepy. Sufficiently creepy, didn't it? That got creepy. That got creepy. That got creepy. That got creepy. So that was a midpoint theme that was conducted by and composed by Roger Sanderson. Thanks very much for being on the show, Roger. A pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to be on the show. I've been wanting to write the score for this for a long time. I wish it would have been the opening score. But yeah, I wish it would have been too. I should have had you write the opening score. The guy I got for the opening score turned out to be a real cuckoo. Yeah. I heard the first part of the podcast. It sounded kind of crazy. But you know what? I'm happy to be here nonetheless. So, how did you come up with the score? Well, I got to be honest with you. I came up with it while I was murdering a family. What? Yeah, I was murdering a family, entire family. It was a big family too, 80 people. They were at a family reunion. So that's why they want to ban assault rifles. I say no. I mean, us serial killers can't go back to using sticks and rocks. Am I right? Okay. I really don't know how to respond to that. Well, there's no need to, because in a few short moments you're going to be dead. Oh, not on my watch, you're not. That's it. You and the bobbins. I'm going to grab you in the bollocks and take you to the bobbin. No, you'll never take me alive. Yeah, done it. Sorry about that. It's not your luck with composers, is it? I'm going to take this guy to the puppy buckins and the tobogganing, and yeah, right. Folks, I apologize. That's the... It's a good thing. It's a good thing, Officer... what was your name, Officer? Oh, Totten! It's a good thing Officer Totten was around to grab him. Very good about that. Great. Thanks, Officer, for saving my life a second time. I don't know what's going on. I seem to be hiring mass murderer composers. It's very strange. Well, this has been a lot of silliness, hasn't it? Perhaps too much silliness. Too much silliness for a comedy podcast. We don't want it to get too silly, do we? And it becomes unbelievable and light and fluffy. The scary thing about the bladder, going back to that, that's the theme of the show. It's sketches and then me just being neurotic. But the scary thing about it is, so I've gone off of sugar. I feel like I'm eating healthier than I've eaten in years, and yet that doesn't seem to be helping. So that's what's really terrifying to me. And, I'm afraid that it's going to get worse, and then I don't know what. I was told they could put in an artificial bladder, and so the last sketch would end up being reality. Truly terrifying. Truly terrifying. And I have no idea if this is, again, caused by the diet or lifestyle, or if it's just genetic. Or maybe it's just the way I'm built and it's nothing to worry about. I have no idea. Those are my favorite kinds of ailments. It could be nothing or death! I don't know. I've been eating a lot of grapes. Maybe the grapes are doing it. I'm not sure. They said that there's certain foods that aggravate the condition. They then did not give me a list of those foods, which is very helpful. They said caffeine and anything acidic. And the problem with anything acidic is that is what I enjoy. So I could switch to eating apples, but then the problem is the apples apparently aggravate the irritable bowel syndrome. So I think there seems to be no way to win here. I think if I eat like an almond and a gluten-free cracker, I should be okay. Everything else is bad. That's where I'm at. Almond, gluten-free cracker.